Today we're talking about using your VA benefits to buy a home, and we're starting right now. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer Brickhouse, a realtor with Rose & Womble Realty in Hampton Roads, Virginia. If this is the first time you're visiting this YouTube channel, please consider subscribing. I post new videos every Wednesday and you don't want to miss one. So you're thinking about using your VA entitlement to buy a home. Let's talk about what that means. Now keep in mind that to know for sure, you need to contact a loan officer that specializes in VA loans. But these are some broad guidelines that will help you out. First of all, you may be wondering, are you eligible? If you served 90 consecutive days during wartime, or 181 consecutive days during peacetime, or 6 years or more in either the National Guard or in the reserves, you are probably eligible for a VA loan. Again, check with a loan officer to verify. So what are the benefits of doing a VA loan? Well, there's literally no down payment required. You get less money due out of pocket at closing, no mortgage insurance, so less money every single month on your payments, and low interest rates and lenient credit scores. So it is really a great loan program that lets you have less money up front and less money over time. So how do you know if you're ready to buy a house? I always recommend to my clients that you have at least 3% of the purchase price in the bank ready to go. You can buy for less than that, but if you have no money in the bank whatsoever, then you really should ask yourself if this is really the right time. Do you want to set yourself up for success? You don't want to live in the house and eat top ramen because you can't afford to ever do anything else except to make that mortgage payment. So again, the down payment required is 0%, and this is a huge benefit to getting a VA loan. So can you buy your house with zero money down? Well, not exactly. You still need to pay closing costs, which are typically between 3 and 4% of the purchase price of the house. So if the house is $200,000, then we're talking about $6,000 to $8,000 for closing costs. Now in our market, it is very common to ask the seller to pay for at least a portion of your closing costs. But I always recommend that you have some money available so that if the seller says no, that you don't have to walk away. So you're going to need up to 4% of the purchase price as closing costs, pay for the VA appraisal on the home, pay for any additional inspections that you feel that the house requires, and this is all the money that you should have up front when you decide that now is the time for you to buy a house. So here is what the timeline looks like. In the first month, you're going to find your real estate agent, you're going to find your lender, and you're going to get pre-approved. They will tell you exactly what your budget is and how much money you have to spend on a house. Then you start looking at homes, and let's say it takes you 30 days before you find the right house. Could take a little bit longer, it could take a little bit less time, but let's just say it takes you about a month. Then after you write your offer, then maybe you negotiate back and forth with the seller. They accept your offer and you go under contract. Now you should plan on it taking about 4 to 6 weeks to close on the property, which is where the money changes hands and they give you the keys and you now own the property. So we typically find that it takes about 3 to 4 months on average for somebody to find the right house and to be moving in. Now, does every single house qualify for a VA loan? No, it does not. The VA will not loan money on what they consider to be a fixer-upper. It has to be a safe, sound, and secure property. It can be dated. It can be ugly. It can be a house from the 70s, have avocado green stove, gold shag carpet, but if it has no stove, no heat, and broken windows, you will probably not be able to buy that property. Also, VA loans are only for owner-occupied properties, so you can't buy an investment property using your VA benefits. And last but not least, if you are buying a condo or a townhome, the complex that it's located in has to be also approved by the VA and not just the unit itself. When it comes to picking a lender, please do not just pick somebody off of the internet. You want somebody that is local in the city or at least in Hampton Roads where you're going to be buying the house. If they need documentation fast, it's great to be able to walk into their office and hand it to them versus dealing with somebody over the internet that you never can reach, All you have is an 800 number and they're not terribly responsive. Your real estate agent should be able to refer you to a great lender that they work with. And I have a fantastic VA lender that I work with often, and I will be happy to refer you to. You also want to find a realtor who is a military specialist. I specialize in military relocation, and when you're ready to buy a home, you need a winning team, and I would love to assist you. But wait, how do you find a house all the way across the country or even the world when you get orders to come to Hampton Roads? Well, I have an amazing program called Virtual House Hunting. I'd be happy to give you a free demonstration on exactly how this works. So when you're ready to get started, visit jenniferbrickhouse.com and I would be happy to assist you. There you have it, how to buy a home using your VA entitlement benefits. I hope you found this video helpful. Take a look at the other videos on my channel about buying and selling real estate in Hampton Roads. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.